Hello, 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 and welcome to Dear Dana. I have got it on live this time. How is everybody doing? Cross your fingers we stay on. We are having thunderstorms, and our electricity is going on and off. So I pray we stay on. We have needed rain, but we are having weird weather. Let's just say that. It's been hot and muggy, but you know, we might have strange weather all over the world. We just might, because there are things going on scientifically you may have heard or read of, or you may not have. Because let's be honest, we have all kinds of things to distract us as of late, between trials going on, mainstream social media, things going on in government, um, things going on not so good that we hear of with crimes and housewives and the whole shebang. The whole shebang. But I am going to address the scientific things, address the psychological things, the spiritual things, a bit of all of it tonight. A bit of all of it. So it should be interesting. That's why I said, pull up your bootstraps, hold on, buckle your seat belts, because we'll touch on a little bit of all of it. And those that are in the replay gang, you can listen to. You can listen to. And then you can go back and research some of it and look it up for yourself. Yes, you can. Because some of it my husband actually showed me, because he has a tendency to go through the news all over the world more so than I do. Because, like I told you, he's Danglish. He is grew up in Europe and came over here, so he has more of a tendency to watch what's going on all over the world. Because I tend to look at issues of the heart and the mind and the soul and all of that. Hello, Paranormal Witch Willow and Miss Shelley, my lovely mods, and everybody that's in the bushes. Hello to you too. And I want to send out special prayers to friends of mine, Tip Shumroom and David, and my friend Barbara, and Fred and Ann, and different people that are going through struggles right now. A lot of them are going through health struggles. So I want to send out love and healing and prayers to all of them. It is tearing at my heart, because all of them are going through health struggles, and I have been very close to them in my life, and I admire and love them. So it's kind of grabbing at me, because I want to send out healing energy to all of them at once. And prayers to my daughter too, because she's going through some of her own struggles. Thank God, not health struggles, but all the same. And as a mom, and then Noah's birthday, his real birthday, is coming up Friday. So you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You get, I'm human too. You get kind of pulled and torn in different directions. And my love and healing to all of you. And I did have someone, if any of you were here Saturday, I did have someone contact me. Everybody's just as important from the bushes. I did have someone contact me from the bushes, watching from the bushes, that they were a little shy, that the spirit that was connecting with me was connected to them. Was connected to them. So they did email me. They did email me. So that is solved and satisfied. and I'm grateful to them for reaching out. So all of that is laid to rest, and I'm grateful. So on that note, thank you all for coming, and I will go ahead and throw down this intro. Now let's pray the electricity stays on. It has already gone out once, and we had to throw everything back up. Yeah, me too, Shelley. Because, like I said, it doesn't happen to me randomly like that for no reason. Just doesn't. So here we go with the intro. Wrong one. Okay, let's get down with. I threw a few little things on that thumbnail. It spoke about are you self aware? And that phone makes all kinds of noise. Are you self aware? Are you really ready to heal? Are you ready to heal? And we were going to talk about also sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction and psychological truths as well. Psychological truths. Because there are a lot of psychological truths out there, some interesting ones that, research has come forth and talked about. When we think about happiness, it is often proportionally related to the amount of time that we think about negative things. That we think about negative things. And that makes a lot of sense. We tend to think about things that are wrong or that irritate us or piss us off more than we think about happy things or good things or things that are going well. People say, "Why do I need to think about that? That's all right. That's going well. That's running fine. There's no problem there. I don't need to think about the things that are going well." Why not? Why not? If it's going well, if it makes you happy, if it's doing well, if your kids are doing well in something, if they're good at something, right? If something's grooving in a relationship, why not put more attention on those things that are going well? Why do we obsess more over things that irritate us? Why do we obsess more over those things that make us mad? Or over a flaw someone has, or something we can't change? Why do we put more energy into the negative? Especially things we can't change. Think about that. It's like creating drama, right? I made a point to someone yesterday that I said, "Girl, you remind me of so and so." It's almost like you have to create drama or you are not happy. You have to have that friction and that flux or you are not happy. Instead of putting that energy or work into something that is going to make you feel happy or accomplished or as though you've achieved something, why wouldn't you want to put the energy there? It's like you have to put it into something that's going to make your life more agitated. And I don't get it. I don't get it. For a minute, I don't get it. Why that kind of drama makes somebody feel better. Because it makes your life harder. Makes your life harder. Raises your blood pressure, makes your heart beat faster. It's just dark and icky, and nothing about it brings positive return. So I wonder if people ever stop to look at that and assess what positive return is it bringing me? What does it give to my life in the end? It's sort of like people that gossip. People that gossip, what it gives them is attention, right? But people that dwell on things that are wrong in their life and obsess over things that are wrong and do the loop and the replay, what positive or healthy or good does it bring to their life? Nothing healthy, physically, emotionally, spiritually, economically. It might give you something to complain about to people, but it only wears you down in all ways ultimately. And in the end, it actually shortens your life. It actually shortens your life. Gets you all tanked up, raises your blood pressure. You're spinning like a dog chasing your tail. But I don't know if people become self aware enough about what it's doing to them. I don't know if they become self aware enough about it because it becomes a repeated pattern. A repeated pattern. You know, once upon a time in my life, I probably for a hot minute might have been like that. Until I became self aware that it might have been something I had picked up from my mom. And I was like, whoa, uh oh. I hear her in me. And this isn't doing a thing for me. So I would rather bite the bullet, climb the hill, and try to rectify whatever is bugging me and check it off my list. I needed to become self aware. Plus, I knew people wouldn't want to hear it. They wouldn't want to hear it because they had their own list of things that were irritating them. So, if it was a bigger issue, I was there to listen. I was there to listen. So, I knew if I had a bigger issue that they could give me genuine feedback on, I was there to listen because I wanted to hear what they had to say so I could make corrections in my life and correct my path. You get what I'm saying? I needed to correct my path. So when I would talk to them about the problem, I genuinely wanted feedback. I didn't want to do the round and round. So that is the difference in becoming self aware and needing someone's words of wisdom and feedback rather than doing the loop de loop just because you want it to be stuck in drama. Hey, Arseny Pesikoff. So nice to see you. So, my question is, at this aspect in your life, do you feel like you're more self aware? People go through seasons in their life when they're younger, maybe not so much self aware. They're looking at the world through eyes of the world is around them and they're in the center of, right? Not realizing that they're looking at the world, but the world's also looking at them, and they're just that person has a central focus as well. We have to be able to go within and be introspective of how our behavior affects others and what our part is as well. And do the inside work about how our behaviors affect others, and are we actually growing as a person and doing the work and not on skip and repeating patterns, and never experiencing growth. Because if the earth is school, the only way to move forward is to recognize when we make mistakes. Are we growing from it, or are we creating more problems? Not just in our own life, but the lives of others. Because it's a two-way street. People don't just create problems for us. Somehow we also create problems for them, even if it's not intentionally. Even if it's not intentionally. You can think you're being the nicest person in the world and still sometimes create a problem for somebody else. I try to be very thoughtful and not create problems, but I still have to step back and think about, well, if I need X, Y, and Z to continue my path, but what I need might cause discomfort, or might cause something in the path of others, right? Even with my best intention, I have to step back and be self aware and try to take into consideration how it affects the other person and sort of become a little more evolved. So, something to look at. Sometimes as people get older, and we know this to be true, 70s, 80s, etc., get stuck in old ways. Do not feel the need to be more self aware, or to evolve, or to change the way of thinking. And that is not everyone. I'm not saying that is every single person that is older or in the age bracket, but we've seen it. We've seen it become set in ways, and even some younger people set in ways. So, my question to you is, do you feel like you have taken the strides to be more self aware, or have you been on the hamster wheel? going through the motions? Do you feel like you've been on the hamster wheel? Just going through the motions, taking what life throws at you? Something to think about. And you can answer me in the chat if you want. Maybe it's, sometimes I go too deep. Some people don't even want to think about that stuff. But it is something to ask ourselves. Are we self-aware? And it isn't about being self-absorbed. That's a whole different thing. Self-aware is about taking inventory of your own personal growth. Are you growing? Are you taking inventory about how you affect others as well? Are you making a point to grow as a human being and change as needed? As needed. And making sure you take personal responsibility when you need to without having to be throttled in the ground. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even want to take personal responsibility. Arsenic says, I have always been a little too self aware. It's why I avoid people. Why would it make you avoid people? Just out of curiosity. Shelley says, I think I'm self aware. That would be good. It makes me wonder why you would avoid people though, RC. I don't mean self aware as in, oh, I wonder what they're thinking of me. Not like that. Not like that. But just self aware as in our place in society and how we interact with people, not to hurt them unintentionally. Why do you feel like you're too blunt or too straightforward or that kind of thing? Just curioso. Hello, Rita Donovan. You try to avoid drama and people who bring drama. I don't need that in my life. Nor do I. Nor do I. Sometimes it tries to fall in your lap. But I'm just like, try to keep the peaceful, protective circle around myself. Try to. I've got a cough. Hold on one second. Excuse me. We have had the heaviest, thickest, most humid heat here that's just suffocating. I don't think I have felt it quite like it has been this year. It's almost too hard to go out in. Excuse me. That too. Hello, Queen of O'Hara. And I am not sleeping well either. So please forgive me. Also, I wanted to bring up, I had to make notes. Sorry. One of the things, speaking of sleep, research has found if a person has traumatic brain injury, sleep is one of the things that can help provide healing for traumatic brain injury. It can restore a lot of healing because of, while sleeping, perivascular spaces are where the brain stores waste products while sleeping. And the sleeping helps the waste products be removed. So, with traumatic brain injury, sleep, the more healing occurs. Also, I wanted to say, trying to remember, oh yeah, when you have had challenges in your life that you have really overcome, big challenges, small challenges, when you sit back and reflect on the challenges you have overcome in your life, it really helps you to have a more positive attitude, and it helps you be more resilient in your life. To just breathe with a conscious breathing and try to remember all the things that you have overcome, not just pushing back in your mind's eye or your memories. Like, I don't want to think about that anymore. Do your conscious breathing and remember the things that you have overcome, the hurdles you have jumped, because it will create a hormonal release. It will help you be more resilient, give you that oomph that you need, and it will just push you to the top. It's like helping you climb the mountain again, give you that that you need. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't push it away, put it in you know, a shelf somewhere. Think about the things that you've overcome as many times as you need to, because it will give you the positive attitude, the positive mindset, and it will take you out of that anxiety and blue feeling. Excellent. Rita says, my father lived through the Depression, worked for a pellet. I mean, look at some of the things so many people have gone through. Not that we haven't gone through hard times, that were so much worse than us. Peddler, only 4 years old. He could do it all. I mean, my grandfather helped support his 8 younger siblings. He used to walk to a factory every day as a very young teen, helped support them, worked another job, went to school, went in the military, the whole 9 yards. Became very successful. I mean, he didn't have an easy life. So, it's just a lot of things people do to overcome. There you go. Just like my grandfather helped support his 8 siblings. Not an easy life. And, you know, I'm not perfect. Everybody has had their hard story, okay? I've been through a multitude of things. I don't even know how I made it. And my husband will bring it up to me about when he met me and I had Noah. My son was in a wheelchair. I don't know how we made it. I don't know how I survived half the things I survived, right? Everyone has their stories. Everyone has their stories. We need to remember how we got through it, over it, everything. Because it helps push you to the top. How we survived, right? There are still big things I want to do to honor my children. Like I said, my son that I lost, his birthday's Friday. I cannot, there's not a day, there is not a day, there's not a day I don't think about my son that if I thought long and hard enough, look, the grief is always there. It is always there. The love is always there. I want to do a foundation. I'm headed into doing the licensure exam again and doing private practice. I want to do special things for special needs, like a loan library for equipment and medical stuff, counseling and therapy for grief to support siblings with special needs. I have a big goal. I have a big goal. It helps me survive the grief of losing my child and helps healing. And helping other people helps me. Okay? There is not a day. There's not a day. I don't feel him, think of him. I can still smell him. I have good memories. I can feel him, but the emotion is still there. Okay? We went through a million things with him, a million close calls, a million miracles, a million miracles. His life was not for naught. It made a difference. And my heart is full. And my daughter is beautiful and wonderful and going to do so many things. We all have this kind of love and fight and ability to make changes big and small. Honor the fight and the things you have had to go through. It will give you the drive. It will give you the drive. Don't stay muddled up in the things that have gone wrong. Stay in the things that have gone right and you have overcome. Stay in the things that have gone right and you have overcome. You are braver and stronger and fiercer than you have ever given yourself credit for. Be in that. Be in that. Be in that. Give yourself grace and the kudos. Be self aware in that. Be self aware in that. Know who you are in that. Honor yourself for all the good things you have done and the differences you have made and the love you have given others. Be aware of that. That's what I'm asking of you. Release the drama. Release all of the things that does not serve you well. Release all the things that do not serve you well. I want you to remember smells in your life. Smells that trigger memories. Smells that trigger memories of moments in your life that have been profound for you. Remember those smells. Smells of flowers, of people that you care about, of foods that elicit memories of family get togethers. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. There is no amount of money in the world that you could ever have in your hand that is going to bring you the happiness that money can bring you. I mean, not money, that family can bring you, or being with people that you love can bring you, or being out in nature, or around animals, or near lakes and water. There is no amount of money that you can have that's going to bring you the peace and love and happiness and joy that being around family and friends and nature and animals gives you. Period. It has been found in research. It doesn't matter what economic level you are in. It is about being around people and nature and water and smells and color that makes a difference. Music. Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that matter. So we need to find those things in our life and reconnect and not be in such a hurry and so connected to things that worry us. There needs to be balance. There needs to be balance. We need to be self aware enough to make the balance occur. To make the balance occur. If the balance isn't there, we need to create it. Absolutely, Arseny. It's the little things, it's the little moments that count. We get lost. And sometimes our environment makes us get lost. Technology, television, all the stuff going on makes us get lost. We get distracted. It is up to us to pull back and say, no, no. We have to be self aware again and slow the boat down and go back to what matters. It's very important right now. Very important. We have to make it happen. It's up to us. It's up to us. Because, when everything shut down, that's when people started drinking, had more anxiety and depression. And of course they did. Of course they did. So it's up to us to pull it back in and find the balance. To find the healthy behavior and overcome the emotional challenges. Have more, exposure to psychological, neuroscience, philosophy, nature, stuff like that. To feed the soul. Yeah, churches were closed, but liquor stores were open. But here's the thing, we have to connect to our spiritual selves, emotional, physical, psychological, and find a way to do it. And learn to find what's important. That's where self awareness counts, right? Those can open, but the people have to go to it and make the decision. So it's not the liquor store's fault if people go there and aren't self aware. Your church can be anywhere you are. Yeah, you can watch Mass on the internet, but actually, your church can be within you for that matter. So we have to be self aware. Now, here is a kicker. Everyone, not everyone, many people have been watching the show Stranger Things. Some of you may not have been. Some of you may not have been. My daughter had me watch it. I had not been. She had me watch it. A lot of it is filmed not far from me, which I didn't know. Part of it was filmed in a closed mental health facility. They filmed some scenes there of a hospital where a lot of the kids were kept. They filmed some scenes there. I guess they filmed all the scenes there where they kept the kids. But then they filmed some scenes in Lithuania that's supposed to look like Russia. They film a lot of the high school scenes and stuff here as well. That being said, Stranger Things is strange, takes place in the 80s, etc. I don't know how many of you watch it. But the weird thing is, CERN, how many have heard about CERN? July 5th, they have had it cranked up for a while. They went live because they were going to have two atoms crash into each other. I know you have heard of the God molecule, correct? Yes or no? That was found years ago. The God molecule. Uh-oh. I forgot what it was also called. I'm going to look it up really quick. This time, they were looking for dark matter, which made me a little bit nervous. And I was trying to send the note out to some people that on June the 6th, you wanted to raise your energy, the God particle, because they were looking for dark matter. They were looking for dark matter because there was 98% dark matter that was yet to be discovered. And it potentially could cause a black hole, but it was also going to, it was really disconcerting to me, open up a portal. I I was having this conversation with my husband. It was done on purpose. Now, they said when it crashed, if it opened up a black hole, no worries. It was not going to be any bigger than, so discerning. It wasn't going to be any bigger than an ant if it opened up a black hole. But the portal is concerning to me because spiritually speaking, dark spirits do not need dark spirits do not need a big portal. to come through. Dark energy does not. And I know that I have been saying it for a long time that we are in the middle of spiritual warfare. I've been saying it for almost 2 years, and now it's amped up. Now it's amped up. The God particle was the light, and there's 98% dark energy out there, and they've been very curious about it. Well, now there's a portal open, and I don't know if anyone's felt different energy, so they were real interested in the dark energy. Welcome, portal. So I'm asking you more than ever, do not focus on unnecessary drama. Do not focus on unnecessary negative stuff that you cannot change. Focus on as much positive stuff as you possibly can. It does not mean nothing is ever going to go bad or wrong. Does not mean that. But I feel like there is going to be a shift in energy. Okay? Can't talk tonight. Sorry. Not enough sleep. We are going to need more light and positivity than ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It has been super disconcerting to me. Super disconcerting. This is all we needed. Look, what, 10 or 11 days prior to this, Elon Musk went quiet. One of his kids is estranged from him. He went trans. Estranged from him, changed his name, doesn't generally want to talk to him. Elon Musk's kids live in different places, different moms, okay? All of a sudden, he takes all of his kids, every one of them, even one of them that is estranged, every single one of his kids, to the Pope. To the Pope. Call it conspiracy theory. I don't care. He takes every single one of his kids at the same time to the Pope. Had gone radio silent 10 or 11 days prior to the CERN trying to smash two atoms because they are seeking about dark energy. I'm watching it out of great anxiety and concern. As it's going, and they're about to smash, I get no more volume about it. And I take that as, no, Danny, you're not going to watch this anymore. You're not going to hear this anymore. But the odd thing is, any other video I wanted to watch, I could hear. Any other video I wanted to watch, I could hear. If it was about CERN, nada. Anyone I clicked on could not hear. Which was a big fat sign to me. I haven't heard this one. I wonder if I can hear it. Wonder if they'll let me hear it.
Even the simplest and most basic of concepts, we can think about a nearly infinite variety of.
They're wanting to know if they open an alternate universe.
We see ourselves in particle physics and in cosmology and string theory and things like that today, where the possibilities are endless, and our goal is to figure out the one or the ones that accurately reflect our own beliefs.
They're wanting to know if it's opening an alternate universe. They're wanting to know if it's open an alternate universe. But they're wondering if it has opened a portal elsewhere. They're seeing strange lights going straight down. I just don't know. who knows? There's some unexplainable things that have happened, but there's been some weird, weird weather um, since the CERN tried to smash the atoms. They're talking about it's going to allow energy to keep going. Let me see what this is. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to share. I haven't seen this, so warning, I may stop it. We may keep going for a minute. So they say something about a discovery, but I feel strongly a portal has been opened. So I'm saying stick to as much positive stuff as you can. Stick to as much positive stuff as you can. Let me see if this is it.
Anywhere you turn to in the universe holds many
This
secrets,
is a
and with the
commercial, I
increasing
think.
sophistication
No,
of the
this may be
equipment
it.
we have access to, we have been discovering many of them. However, the more we find out, the clearer it becomes that there is so much more. In this video, we bring you the deep mysteries from space and on Earth. We will start with TCC+. It is the longest-lived exotic particle ever discovered. The first one that contains 2, which has twice the available energy in the decay profile successes on the red planet, but sometimes the unforgiving terrain of Mars throws scientists a curveball. The Perseverance rover came up
I don't
empty
know if
during
this
its
is what
first
I'm trying to look
inch or
for.
so deep into the
What is this?
collecting samples on Mars. Nothing in about following in full.
I think I already saw that. Sorry.
Over the last 6 years, we've
No,
trained
hold on.
thousands of people in more than 40 countries.
I'm trying to find where they were trying to explain exactly about CERN. Hey, Gourmet Thursday.
So, we'll CERN destroy the world, creating black holes? One of the more concerning ideas out there is that the experiments at CERN can lead to the production of black holes. Now, a quick search of CERN and black holes on YouTube will give you a few videos that are quite alarmist, to say the least. But I want to argue they're also ill-informed. Now, black holes have gotten a bit of press recently. Black holes is a body that is so is that a black hole is where its density is so great that at a certain distance, the Schwarzschild radius, light cannot escape. In other words, for us to have a black hole, we need to not only have the mass, but it needs to be concentrated in a very small volume. But its gravitational pull overall is determined not by its density, but by the mass alone. And that pull depends on how far you're away. So really the distance you are away from it. Now, let me help you understand why? Because the gravitational pull is dependent on the sun's mass. That hasn't changed. Only its density
Okay,
has changed.
that is not telling me anything. Bottom line is, they're trying to connect to dark energy. They've been talking a lot about black holes. There's been a lot of talk about portals. We're talking about CERN. They tried to make 2 atoms combust to each other. They're talking about dark energy because there's so much in outer space. So they've been making atoms go at high rates of speed beyond the speed of light since July 6th so they can combust into each other because, they found the God particle, which is light, so they've been after the dark particles. And that's what's been going on, which is the pit of my stomach has been sick because they started accelerating it July 5th. It was July 5th, sorry. Today's July 6th. So what I'm telling you all to do is look up CERN, CERN. And they're telling us not to worry because a black hole will be no larger than an ant that they're creating within the tube. But they're also able to open up portals. So what I'm saying is, think about it this way. And I'm not saying like it's going to be exactly like Stranger Things, but a lot of the things that we end up seeing that are very obscure and odd, especially science wise, in movies and TV, ultimately come to be in some form. Right? Stranger Things is a cool show. They have, upside down world. Everything ends up in the upside down world. It's upside down of what's in this world. We have this world, upside down world is dark and scary and, like evil, pretty much, right? So if we have a portal open and they're looking for dark matter, what does dark matter mean to you? What exists in the dark matter? Georgia stones were destroyed. What does that mean? Does that mean in where we had the Stone Mountain? Are you talking about Stone Mountain? There were carvings in Stone Mountain. Maybe where they're trying to get politically correct and um, destroy everything that's historical. Who knows? I'll have to look that up. Stone Mountain Park. They did that. That'll make me sick. Because at one time they were talking about doing that. What do you mean about Georgia stones? Do you know? That the Georgia stones were destroyed. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'll have to research that. Yeah, look up CERN. CERN. That's what I said. Everything's going on otherwise. So has Stephen not been looking about what was going on in the world? I might have missed it. But when it was going on, I could feel it in my body, literally. And as I was watching it live, all of a sudden, no sound anywhere. I could not hear sound on any video where it was live. And it was like that was my cue to stop. But I could hear every other video. It was just weird, weird, weird. And then we've been having really strange weather. So you may notice weather gets stranger. Like I said, from other countries were involved. Multitude of countries were involved because the pipe of where these atoms were running went from country to country to country, and they were going at the speed of light. Speed of light. Freaky, freaky, freaky. So look it up, CERN, or look it up for CERN, July the 5th. Why wait till the day after July the 5th? And somebody said, yeah, when everybody had been drinking and their energy was low. So I was telling people, do not let your energy get low, heighten your energy. Look up CERN, and they spent unbelievable money on this. And then look up Elon Musk and the Pope. And it almost sounds like I'm being conspiracy theorist. But why be so concerned with dark matter? So I'm telling you, spiritual warfare. Start doing everything you can to focus on all the good things in your life. Focus on all the good things in your life. If you start focusing on drama and everything that's bad and wrong and etc., don't do it. Girl, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. You know that thing, girl, don't do it. This community needs to be a community of light workers. Now, I'm not trying to be, one of those crazy ways. I'm saying we need to be positive people, lifting people up, trying to do good things when we can, being supportive and loving and kind. No judgment, no hate. No judgment, no hate. Being a breath of fresh air. Giving yourself self care. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Being kind, people. Being kind, people. Being doing everything you can to live in the light. To live in the light. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a bad day. Doesn't, you're human. Just be self-aware. Want to heal. That's the other thing. Healing doesn't mean everything's going to be roses and lollipops. Healing is not easy. Healing is about being self-aware and knowing that, ooh, I did that. That means I got to do some work. I was acting like that. I was being too giving of everybody without, taking care of my business. Healing is not always easy. Healing is work. Loving your partner is work. Marriage is work. Things take work. Sometimes it can hurt a little bit. But that's okay because the payoff in the end is you're self aware and you feel better about yourself. You know you've done the work. It's not going to come back to bite you in the butt. You have nothing to hide. Right? You have nothing to hide because you did the work. You know who you are. Nobody can throw anything at you. You can be proud because you got over that hump. Because you got over the hump. You know what you had to do to get there. It makes you feel like, ooh, I can do this. I can do that. I did that, so I can do this. I'm a Billy Bat, and I did that, I can do this. You see what I'm saying? If I did that, I can do this too. We got this. We got each other. I got your back. You know what I mean? You're not alone. It's that kind of energy. It's that kind of groove. We need more of this feeling and more of each other and this kind of people. So don't fall into the traps. Don't fall into the traps. Raise your energy. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And there's a creator and a power bigger than ourselves. We didn't just fall down from a dot and rise up and become us. There is an intelligence and a power bigger than ourselves. I don't care what you choose to call that intelligence and power. I will respect whatever it is. And you. Whoa, Georgia Guidestones is a monument that states the depopulation plan and other things, and it's in state of Georgia. I need to look it up because Georgia Guidestones is a monument. I've never heard of it. I need to look it up. Georgia Guidestones. Weird. See, I don't know everything. Thanks for that, Arseny. So just think about it. Remember on Star Trek when they had the flip phones and they could look at the person and call them, right? And a lot of people probably thought, whoa, that's cool. They can see the person from where they are and talk to them. Well, guess what? Cell phones, all kinds of things become real, like in the movies. And people were flying and doing all kinds of things. And I'm not saying the upside down is going to become real, but it's a very dark place. And they've already found a twin world to Earth, right? There's all kinds of things in the other universes. Maybe light workers did what, Arseny? Tore down that stone? Maybe. But the point is the need to find dark energy opened up a portal. The dark energy might not be sucking us in, but when you do that, it does not need much space to invite other energy in. And we all know what is possible and capable. So I'm asking you, protect yourself. You're probably going to feel odd things happening. Your emotions may feel weird. Look up CERN. This is probably what's going on. The weather may act up weird. You may feel off and weird. You're not crazy. Scientists know a lot. They're smart. They don't know everything. And guess what? They are not going to tell you everything. They are not. We know this. I mean, heck, the government didn't tell you everything for how many decades? Even though we knew it. Self care, self awareness, healing, stranger things. Look up CERN. Raise your energy. Here comes the lightning again. Do your breath work. I want to build this community, raise the energy, let it be a place of healing, life, growth, self awareness, support, psychology, right? Spirituality, social, all of it. All of it for only greater good, not cuckooism. Not cuckooism. Everybody has a voice. You all can have questions. I'm no head guru hoo woo doo doo. You know what I mean? Ask questions, do your research, be self aware, but raise your light. Raise your light. Don't waste your energy on anything negative that does not serve you well. Does not serve you well. Surround yourself with light and love and protection and your highest good. Always your highest good. And care for others. And look into CERN. and the lightning's getting closer. And, do the next right thing for yourself. And always do self care. Always, always, always. Seek your life purpose, and it's never too late. Trust me, never too late. Oh, by the way, if you see that place on my face, my daughter's cat got me today. Mean little thing. I went to pet it. It scratched me. Drew blood. Mean little thing. What do you desire with your life? Seek your greatest good and the others around you. Anybody have a question? A message? A question? Oh, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, invite a friend. If there's anything you ever want to know, talk about, let me know in the comments. But please subscribe. It is a free way to support the channel. Free way to support the channel. Just hit the subscribe. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can do so. Miracles3, charter.net, PayPal. Never have to. I appreciate every single one of you. Always, always, always. You in the bushes too. I love and appreciate you. But yeah, definitely check out CERN. Very interesting. Always trust your gut. You might have to read between the lines, but always, always, always trust your gut. Because, it's interesting, but they are never going to tell you everything. They're not. But Lord have mercy. I definitely felt a portal. Definitely felt it. Then all of a sudden I couldn't hear anything on any of their channels live. Something shut me out. You are most welcome, Rita Donovan. Most welcome. I mean, I love science. Love it. Love what's going on with all the new discoveries. Finding water on other planets and everything. It's much bigger than they thought. When they start messing with dark energy, oh honey, they just don't know. I love you all. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye, everybody. Take care. I need to shut down before I get shut down. But anyway, I'm not surprised we're getting this kind of storm. And send me a note if weird weather, weird feelings. If you find out anything more, drop me a note at deardana1111 at gmail.com. Seriously, I am not surprised at our really odd weather. Send me a note. Let me know what you think when you read it, whatever. I love you all so much. Mwah. And until next time, take it easy. Bye, everybody. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Bye.